for that server and found no evidence of that.
So this hacker, Guccifer, you don't buy that he got into the server?
Actually, we don't. And there's no evidence to corroborate that.
Why do you think the Justice Department has cut him a deal?
Well, he's been extradited to the United States to face charges related to his confirmed hacking of other individuals,
sure,
including
Sidney
President,
Blumenthal,
including the sister of former President Bush, Sidney Blumenthal, and others who he successfully performed hacks on.
Okay.
Right, but he is not facing any charges related to any activities related to Secretary Clinton.
You mentioned the security. She said that there were no security breaches. In Audit 3 of this report, January 9, 2011, non-departmental advisor to President Obama who provided technical support to the Clinton email system notified the Secretary's Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations that he had to shut down the server because he believed, quote, someone was trying to hack us, and while they did not get in, I didn't want to let them have the chance to. Later that day, the advisor again wrote to the Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations, we were attacked again, so I shut the server down for a few minutes. On January 10th, the Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations emailed the Chief of Staff and Deputy Chief of Staff for Planning and instructed them not to email the Secretary anything sensitive and stated that she could explain more in person. It seems like there were security concerns, and a couple of IT people were told to not talk about the email practices of the Secretary ever again. Never speak of the Secretary's personal email server or system ever again.
So there's a couple issues there, but let me quickly unpack them. First, with respect to those incidents that were reported, what I think it shows is that appropriate precautions and security standards were maintained in terms of guarding that private server that housed her personal account. You had two instances there where there were reports of attempted intrusions, and that's not new. We've seen in reports over the last few months, it's been documented that there were various phishing attempts and other attempted intrusions. The point is none of them were successful as compared, say, to the actual State Department email system, which we know was breached.
By the way, this IT guy in this is Brian Pagliano, who has also been given a deal by the Justice Department.
Well, that's true. I mean, but I don't know why he sought immunity, and we actually encouraged him to participate without immunity. Because
well, why didn't the Secretary participate in this IG report? Why didn't she sit down for an interview when Secretaries Kerry, Albright, Powell, and Rice all sat down for interviews with the IG?
Well, there's a multitude of entities that are investigating this email issue right now, and Hillary Clinton has answered a lot of questions about it, dating back to...
But not to this IG.
That's correct, but if you want to ask whether she's shirking questions or trying to avoid having to answer hard questions about why she made this decision, I don't think that that criticism is warranted, given that she sat before a Republican-led oversight committee that was drilling down on this issue. She has volunteered to sit before the Justice Department if they ask her.
But why not sit down with this IG?
Well, I think